Donald Trump does not remember who is the president. He's weirdly shouting, quote, "Do something," likely at the clouds. His mental issues are very bad. That's what California Governor Gavin Newsom is saying, and I couldn't agree more. Donald Trump's behavior, even over the past 48 hours since he had that hospital visit to Walter Reed, have showed more glaring red flags. We've analyzed the report before. It talked about advanced imaging taking place. Now, you would only do advanced imaging within a 6-month period of your last visit if there are some serious issues. We've speculated ischemic related, vascular related, cognitive related, potentially mini stroke related. Again, mere speculation, but Donald Trump's behavior has only intensified that speculation. And let me just give you a few data points. So one of the reporters who Donald Trump knows very well, he's very close with her. Her name is Dasha Burns. She speaks to Donald Trump on a regular basis. Donald Trump recognizes her, like she's in the Oval Office a lot and she travels with him. So Donald Trump, when he was on Air Force One, was asked a question by her about tariffs with China. And then Donald Trump didn't recognize who she was, even though they spoke a few days ago. And she's like, "It's me. It's Dasha. We know each other. You want to go and ask Caroline Levitt about me? I mean, we just spoke." Just give you the data here. So here's what she posted about 4 days ago. Dasha Burns, Politico reporter, just got off the phone with Trump. What he said about how he's feeling after announcing a peace deal between Israel and Hamas. And again, I think it's important that we frame this as a ceasefire, not a peace deal. Peace, we'll have to see if it happens. It's a ceasefire. We all want the ceasefire to hold, but Donald Trump, again, has not said what phase 2 or 3 is. We know what phase 1 is. What's phase 2 and 3? Because when Trump was asked about a 2-state solution, he didn't even know what that meant. Anyway, that's for another video. So here's when Dasha Burns asks Donald Trump a question. He goes, Who you with? Who are you? Who are you? Here, play this clip.
You do that better than anybody, McGee.
For tariffs on China, are you considering walking that back?
Who are you with?
Politico, Dasha Burns, sir.
Dasha Politico. Politico's gone bad. They've been so wrong about everything. Politico. Politico has been so wrong about everything. Let's get somebody else to ask some questions. You mind? Is that all right? Because Politico is fake news.
And then Dasha says, "It's me, Dasha. You want to go and ask Caroline Levitt who I am?" Here, watch what she then says after that. Here, play this clip.
Thank you very much. Tell them to be honest and not honest.
Hey, sir, talk to Caroline. She'll vouch for him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, President.
Thank you.
My first time on the plane.
Now, Donald Trump, while he was getting on Air Force One yesterday, didn't know what to do with an umbrella. We know he struggles a lot with umbrellas. Doesn't know how to close the umbrella, just kind of leaves it in the door. It's another data point from yesterday. Just play this clip for you. Let's play it.
Over to the Middle East. We're going to be covering this historic visit throughout the night and tomorrow. We expect that the hostages, 20 of them still alive, their releases could be coming within hours and certainly through the overnight hours. We'll have those reports for you here on Fox. The president giving a thumbs up as he boards Air Force One en route to a trip that many say could not have happened.
Again, I'm just going to go by the last 24 hours, right? Donald Trump claimed that you can walk from Qatar to Iran in just like a few seconds, that it's right there across the border. That's not the case. I'll just show you a map right over here, not a 1-second walk. Show you another view of it just so you can see. Anyway, here's what Donald Trump said again, that it's a 1-second walk. Play this clip.
They're literally, you walk over from Iran to Qatar. You can walk it in 1 second. You go boom, boom, and now you're in Qatar.
And it should be noted that California Governor Gavin Newsom was responding to Donald Trump's post where he said that The Biden FBI placed 274 agents into the crowd on January 6th, 2021, when Donald Trump was in office. Then Donald Trump said, "What a scam. Do something." Who are you? What's the scam? What do you mean do something? You were in office on January 6th, 2021. You controlled the FBI on that period of time. And so what the hell are you even talking about there, by the way? So here, then Donald Trump talks about not getting into heaven. And, he's having lots of conversations about, will he get into heaven or will he not get into heaven? This is not the first time he's had that conversation again, but very, very bizarre times. And geez, what the hell do you think is in these Epstein files? Here, play this clip right here.
You had talked a couple weeks ago, you were doing an interview and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help?
I mean, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven, but I've made life a lot better for a lot of people. And as an example, had the election of 2020 not been rigged, you would have millions of people living just in Russia, Ukraine alone.
Now, I think this is really important for me to bring this up. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. This is the time to compare your options. If you don't, your costs could go up, your coverage could change, or your plan could disappear entirely. So listen up. That's why I recommend you reach out to our partners, Chapter. They're the only advisors who look at every single plan in the country and provide honest advice to Americans on Medicare. It's why we work with them at the MeidasTouch Network. In under 20 minutes, they can see if you're already on the best plan for your needs. If you are, they'll tell you. If not, they'll help you switch for free. They've already helped many members of the MeidasTouch community, and they can help you too. Don't get duped by brokers who are pushing the plans that pay them the biggest kickbacks. And don't wait until December to figure out your plan for next year. Call Chapter today at 82 Medicare. That's 82 Medicare and get honest advice today. Give them a call and let me know how it goes in the comments below. I know the Meidas Mighty have been very happy with the results. And then yesterday, Donald Trump was driving around his golf course, of course, paid for by the taxpayers, and he was there with his granddaughter. I just want you to watch what we're seeing here. We're in a government shutdown. Americans are getting their health care taken away. People are suffering, living paycheck to paycheck, psychologically tortured. Most credit card delinquencies in recent history, worst housing market since 1995, highest jobless claims since the Great Recession, construction recession, manufacturing recession, tourism, Great Recession right now. Farmers are in Farmageddon. They're going bankrupt. People are struggling. But Donald Trump is driving around his golf course with his rich friends there, and he's saying, your taxes are coming down. You're like, hey, your taxes are coming down. Again, watch. This is someone who's deeply, deeply unwell. Play this clip.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Your taxes are coming down. See, everyone's happy, honey.
That's awesome.
You've done a good job. We'll run through the 9 holes.
Then in terms of what the social media messaging looks like, it's like squiggly figures or like whatever, like doodles. We are doubling down. We see you. We hear you. But thanks to the government shutdown, we are doubling down. OMG, I can't believe the White House posted this. We heard your feedback. Then again, he's just posting weird images of Democratic leaders wearing sombreros, very strange behavior. He's posting photographs of triumphant arches. That's his new obsession after a golden ballroom. He wants to build a triumphant arch in Washington, D.C. Dude, we just want healthcare. There's 20 million Americans are about to be kicked off healthcare, and you gave $20 billion to bail out Argentina instead of help 20 million Americans who are about to lose their health care or have their premiums skyrocket because of the removal of the ACA subsidies. And You're posting triumphant arches. CNN finally, after we've been reporting on this, what now? Every single day for the past 4 months, saying Donald Trump keeps lying about $17 trillion. So, Trump gets up there and he's like, I brought in $17 trillion. It's actually $18 trillion now. So CNN did a fact check of Donald Trump saying 17 trillion over and over again. A reminder, Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme was $62 billion or $63 billion. Donald Trump's is 18 trillion because he keeps saying we have all this money. When you actually go through and they asked Trump, so where do you get this number from? He's like 1 trillion from Qatar. Qatar's annual GDP is $166 billion. How are they giving us $1 trillion if their overall they're giving us their entire GDP for 10 years? UAE is giving us, he says, $1.4 trillion. Their entire GDP is like $440 billion. So what? They're giving us 4 years of their entire GDP? Of course they're not. $1 trillion from Japan, but Japan's just giving us a check for $1 trillion. Again, just weird lies too. $600 billion from EU firms. $600 billion from Saudi Arabia, $1 trillion in vague corporate pledges. Even when you go through Donald Trump's con, it equals $8.8 trillion. And again, this isn't like a minor fraud. It's not like, he misspoke. I mean, you say you have $18 trillion and you don't have even 1 trillion, and you just lie all of the time. Now, we all know about Donald Trump's visit to Walter Reed. His former doctor, Ronnie Jackson, right before the visit said it was actually to deal with follow-up for his vascular issues. Trump has the serious venous insufficiency, chronic venous insufficiency. And here's what Ronnie Jackson said it was about. Play this clip.
They took him up there. They were just doing some stuff. They were doing some some follow-up on his venous issue. He had been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency. So there was a vascular study that was done. They were just looking at follow-up that was recommended last time he had the annual physical done. That follow-up was being done. He got his vaccines for that he's due right now, especially with some of his upcoming travel. So he got all of his travel vaccines updated.
But then Donald Trump said something different. He says it's about cognitive. He took cognitive exams and he aced it. And then he says that he's more fit than Obama and Biden. Weird lies. Very weird behavior and weird lies. But here, play this clip.
President, I wanted to change gears just really quickly and ask you, you're going to Walter Reed tomorrow? What are you having done? And how are you feeling?
I'm meeting with the troops, and I'm also going to do a sort of semi-annual physical, which I do. And I think I'm in great shape, but I'll let you know. But I have no difficulty thus far. Is there wood around here? I'll knock on. No difficulty. Physically, I feel very good. Mentally, I feel very good. I did about 6-7 months ago. I do physicals. I like to, when I'm around, I like to check always early, always be early. It's a lesson for a lot of people. But I also did a cognitive exam, which is always very risky because if I didn't do well, you'd be the first to be blaring it. And I had a perfect score. And one of the doctors said he's almost never seen a perfect score. I had a perfect score. I got the highest score. And that made me feel good. When they asked, would I like to do one? I said, yeah. I said, did Obama do it? No. Did Bush do it? No. Did Biden do it? I definitely did. Biden wouldn't have gotten the first 3 questions right. No, Biden didn't do it. Biden should have done it. I'm actually a person that believes that if you're president, you should do a cognitive exam. But last time I took a cognitive exam, and it was a perfect score. The doctors announced it. And by the way, not the easiest test. The first few questions are pretty easy. Once you get into the middle, it gets a little trickier. And there aren't a lot of people in this room that would get every single question right, I can guarantee
You're putting me in a difficult spot. No, next.
So again, I think California Governor Gavin Newsom's right to point out what we're observing with our eyes, right? But that's where we're at. We'll keep you posted every step of the way. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks so much for watching.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.